The only really thrilling moments I had in that car is when we drag raced, and you get the incredible feeling from 738 foot-pounds of torque just launching you like a catapult on an aircraft carrier.
I saw you smiling then, but let's look at the only
no,
other
that
time.
was just my cheeks getting pulled backwards by the G-force.
Well, the only other time I saw you smiling when you were looking at my car. I mean, look at that roadster. It's gorgeous. And in fact, a lot of the details in your car, they were trying to replicate some of the great design details of the 300 SL.
That's true. We've got the extractor vents on the side of your car. And I don't even know if these are functional on this car. We've got some of the hood strakes, and we've got a lot of the little details, which is paying homage to your car. I know that. And we know that your car is a better looking car. And it's going to attract more attention because there's hardly any out there.
If you think of the 300 SL Roadster, the cars that were with it back then on the road were 60 and 62 Dodges. They had fins out their yazoo. I mean, this thing looked like a spacecraft compared to most of those cars.
It's a competition-bred car with a great chassis. It was the first car to use mechanical fuel injection?
The Going was actually the first production car with mechanical fuel injection, and the Roadster carried on that. It was also the very first car with a space frame chassis, actually, which the Lamborghinis and several of the supercars of today are using. It had alloy panels in several areas. The doors, the lid, the trunk were all in aluminum. But this car was, like you say, it was an everyday supercar.
Tom, my contention is that these two cars fill the same niche in the market 40 years apart.
You're probably right. This car was the cost of the equivalent of 3 Cadillacs back in 1962.
And the SL65 costs the equivalent of 3 Cadillacs today.
The advantage is that this car is worth probably 40 times what it cost back in 1962.
So the SL65 would have to be worth $8 million 40 years from now.
Don't bank on it.
There's all these instances of halves and doubles between then and now. Your car weighs a little bit less than half of what the SL65 weighs.
Yeah, it's only 2,200 pounds.
Right, versus 4,500 pounds. It's got less than half the horsepower.
And don't you think they executed those 2,200 pounds a lot better than the 4,400 pounds of your car?
No, and it's fascinating. I mean, the section width on your tires is about half of what this is.
That's the problem with your cars, that most of the handling is due to the tires. And obviously technology has moved on, the rubber compounds and the size of the tires have moved on. But think of what this car can do on tires that are half your size or less than half your size.